episode number 34. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Robert.
Each episode we'll try and talk about a board game and a card game. Hosting for this episode is provided by Gameology, Australia's largest gaming warehouse.
Thank you to Gameology, and that reminds me...
It is very cold today.
Oh, it is cold today.
I am under a blanket.
You are?
While we are
under
recording
a blanket.
this.
Yes.
It's cold.
Something different, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being hot down here in Australia. Yeah, I've got to do that article for Gameology website.
So today we're talking about Pokemon trading card game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we've been getting... Our episode's been going a bit long lately, so we need to just try and shorten them a bit.
And then we have more episodes, and they're each half an hour.
Yeah, that's what we got to. We're going to try and get back to that because that was a bit better. And the games we've played over the last week, because we didn't record last weekend. Was it Mother's Day or something? Oh no, yeah, the week after. In the last week we've only played Mastermind. We did that.
We did that a lot.
A lot.
Didn't we do a Scrabble?
Oh yeah, we played Scrabble. Played against Mum as well.
I played.
Oh, last weekend played Catan, but we played with the Knights, was it?
I didn't like that expansion. Yeah, you played with that one.
And you got to build your cities up and trade.
Cities and Knights.
It just makes for me that one the
like
barbarians. It was.
I don't like Cities and Knights.
It takes a bit long. It just blows the game out to over 2 hours.
I don't like Cities and Knights.
Yeah.
That's the only version of Catan I don't play.
So anyway, that's what we think with that one. But definitely Catan, the base game. Everyone should be trying that.
I like
anyone.
I like a lot of them except for that one.
We've played Flamme Rouge. We even played it yesterday.
Oh yeah, when we were cleaning out stuff.
Yeah. And we did the Harry Potter Hogwarts battle the other night.
Oh yeah.
Opened the next book.
Yep, number 4.
Yeah, number 4. And a success. So now we can move on to book 5.
We didn't do number 4 yet.
Oh, we're up to number 4.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
I'm not going to like doing that.
And I played a little bit of Arkham Horror, the LCG. And we were going to play Starfinder today, but we were meant to be going out. Last minute got canned. So
and it's also...
in a couple of weeks.
I woke up very late for Starfinder.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have been able to.
We were supposed to be doing it at 8:30, but I woke up like at 8:40.
I know.
So way too late.
Yeah, but that's because we were going to be going out. So that was unfortunate.
And we stayed up all night watching The Middle.
Yeah, we like that show. We're trying to finish the last series of The Middle.
Lord of the Rings on, and it would have been that twice. That's how long we were watching The Middle for. 6 hours.
Well, tonight we've got The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers to watch. And you've been taking that book to school to read, so...
The whole thing. It's like 1,059 pages of reading.
Isn't it too heavy to carry?
No, it's as heavy as one of the 1 to 3 books.
Yeah, but this
is just
hardcover.
These are hardcovers, so it's as heavy as the first one of them. So, yeah, so it's not much different.
Okay, so there you go. That's what's been happening for us. Now, Pokemon, shall we go?
So,
do you want to give us a bit about it first?
Pokemon trading card game is rated at 6.2. It's for 2 players. Community 2. Best 2.
Because it can only be played at 2. You could play it on your own.
Yeah.
Like change from one seat to the other.
Yeah, that's what you always say about games.
Yeah.
I like solo playing games, so
you could do
if you
that.
got no one to do, you can just do a solo game. So it's 20 minutes playing time.
Yep.
Could go longer than that.
Yep.
Couldn't it?
Could.
Depends on how good the decks are.
Or can be very short game like yesterday's. Anyway.
Age 6 plus, community 8 plus. Normally community is a bit younger than 8. Wonder why.
Well, because of the deck building.
Oh yeah, deck building is hard.
Yeah.
And you got to buy a lot of things. It's like getting a base game, and then you got to get like 50 expansions. It's like getting 50 expansions of a base game, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just have a quick chat. Maybe some people out there never played the Pokemon card game. Like, they might collect the cards, whereas you've never really collected the cards. You've always...
We started
playing the games. Yeah, they bought the decks to play.
Yeah, I like Steam Siege the most. That's
Volcanion.
And Hooper. Volcanion Hooper. Volcanion.
Did you want to give a very
Steam
short
Siege.
description of how to play the game?
Oh, its weight's 1.97.
Okay. So do you want to talk about
Can't find the description.
a description? Yeah, you can just tell me.
So
Each player gets a
it's
deck.
basically a deck building game where you can buy cards. You buy cards or decks,
Yep.
which come with coins. The decks.
Yep.
So it's good if you get two decks.
Yep.
You can start off them.
We
then
started with the base
Steam
trainer.
Siege.
No, we started
yeah.
with the trainer set years ago.
30 cards each, and then we went to Steam Siege.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Then you start buying.
You bought a World
Packs.
Championship deck.
Yeah.
So that's a deck
And
that's
Articuno,
won the World
my
Championship.
favourite Pokemon. And you keep going through. After you've got enough cards and you've got some energies,
Mm-hmm.
you can start creating your own deck using the coins that come with it for your other ones.
Yeah, out of the cards you buy.
So-
But first, so what's the game? Let's talk about how you play the game.
So Pokemon, how you play Pokemon. So each player gets a deck of 60 cards, energies, Pokemon, so basic Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
Stage 1 Pokemon, Stage 2 Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Breaks, EXs, Mega EXs.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, and
Trainers.
trainers. I think you can get Mega
Or items.
EX Break. So supporters, items.
So they're different cards that give you
Energies.
different actions.
So energies like fighting energy and stuff like that.
Okay. And what are the energy? Okay, so you get 60 cards, and each player plays on their half of the table.
There are like 10 types of Pokemons. So I'll just say them.
Okay.
So there's water,
Mm-hmm.
there's fire.
Mm-hmm.
These are the energy types
Yep.
or something. There's water, there's fire, there's dragon.
Yep.
There's darkness.
Yep.
There's fairy.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Colorless.
fighting. There's colorless. There's fire, grass.
Yep.
And there's also lightning.
Yeah. The lightning. Yep. And dragon. Did you?
Yeah, I said dragon.
Yeah. Okay. Metal. Yep.
Oh yeah, and metal.
I think
So
there was
there is no dragon energy, and there all the other types there's an energy for.
Yeah.
Colorless energies are actually hard to get. They're in my Articuno deck, I think,
Okay.
because that's
So
the
just very
colours.
quickly, the energies that you're talking about, they need to be attached to a Pokemon to give them the energy to perform their action.
and they don't get discarded or anything.
How about I just say we start by setting up the game, so each player plays on their half of the table.
Oh yeah, I didn't say about the stuff.
So you get a 60 card deck, out of which you've made set to some certain regulations. You then shuffle and draw 7 cards out of your deck, of which you put one. If you have a basic Pokemon, which hopefully you have got in your 7 cards, a
You
basic
only
Pokemon.
have one, and I almost killed it
Like yesterday, yeah, I know.
because my one evolved.
So put that basic Pokemon in your starting position. Any others you can put on your bench. But if you run out of Pokemon on your bench and you don't have a one in your battlefield, you are end the game.
No, oh yeah.
If you've
At
got
the
no
start of
Pokemon
it,
on the field.
I
At
killed
the
one
start
of
of your
your.
turn.
I killed your EX that you took out first turn, and you had none of that energies because I had them all.
I know,
and
because
I
we
was
build our own
struggling to
decks.
find them in my deck.
Okay, and your bench can hold 5 Pokemon, so you can build up to 5 Pokemon. And while they're on your bench, you can be evolving them because each turn,
Even the active Pokemon can evolve.
yeah, they can all evolve, but you can only do so much of that per turn. You know, you can only attach 1 energy per turn, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you've been annoying.
Then also, once you've taken your 7
Or
cards,
one supporter per turn.
yeah, and
There's also stadium cards.
oh yeah, there's all those. What was I saying? Oh, and if you don't have a basic EX, you then have to shuffle all your cards back in.
No basic.
Yeah, if you don't have a basic card,
Whoa,
sorry.
whoa.
You
Before you go into that, you got to do 6 prize cards.
No, you can't do. Oh yeah, and then you put your 6 prize cards out.
No, you do your 6 prize cards first.
Yeah.
So they go face down, and each time you get rid of one of the other player's Pokemon, it X's a 2,
Oh yeah.
any other Pokemon a 1.
And
so,
you win the game by taking all the prize cards.
or if they have no Pokemon left to put out.
Yep. So that's the time on the game.
That's
6
how I
cards.
would've
Okay.
won if
And
you-
that also gives you an extra card to use to help defeat the person as well, the opponent. And if you don't have one, you then shuffle them back in your hand and draw again. But your opponent gets to take one extra draw card. So you don't want to have no basics if you can help it. And then you just flip a coin, see who goes first. Now to play the game, when it's okay, let's say I'm going first, I can draw a card. So I draw a card, and then I can do lots of other actions in any order that you want to do them in. So you can play an item card. You can play a basic Pokemon to your bench, but until you have 5 of them. You could play a stadium card or a supporter card.
Stadium cards actually stay out on the bench, so you can use them whenever.
Right, yeah.
Because in the Pokemon app, that's all in there, in one of the decks that we have in there. So, I know about that. That's the only reason why, and I think I have some Stadium cards in my World Championship deck.
Right. What else can you do? Attach a tool card, if you've got something you want to do. You can evolve a Pokemon, but you can do as many as you like, but each one can only evolve once per turn. So if you've got Froakie,
and you want to get it to Greninja Break, that's going to take
3 or 4 turns.
4 turns to get it to a break, because it goes
Froakie.
It goes basic, which
basic.
is Froakie.
Yeah.
Then it goes stage 1, which is Frogadier.
Yeah.
Then stage 2, which is
Greninja.
There's a couple of versions of him.
Yeah, I know.
And I have Greninja Break, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then Greninja Break, which just gives it an extra attack.
Greninja's the one I really like.
I love it.
I like Greninja.
It gives you an extra attack.
I like the apply ice or whatever it is.
It gives you an extra attack, Greninja, when you get the break.
Okay, what else can we do?
You
can attach an energy card from your hand of your 5, however many cards you've got in your hand, to one Pokemon. You can only do that once per turn, and that's if you've got one. And you can use an ability, like your Poke Powers or whatever. And you can also, if you've got an energy attached, retreat your active Pokemon.
You have to have the required amount of energy,
which it says on your card, two energies or whatever is required.
Each Pokemon has a weakness and a resistance. So say mine's a grass type, its weakness would be fire, its resistance would be probably water.
Yeah, that's right.
Or steel or something.
And if it's a weakness...
Weakness is plus 20 damage. I think that might be...
minus 20.
Or no, I think it's minus 20 for all.
Oh, weakness might be times 2 or something.
Yeah, weakness is times 2. And then if it's
resistant,
it's minus 20.
Yeah, okay.
So it could be like 130 damage, and then it's just minus 20. What if your weakness was something that gave you 120 damage? Like Hooper. That would be bad. That would be bad. 260 damage you could take out an EX.
And then just some extra conditions that they have.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Poison,
which is between turns, a damage counter is placed on the affected Pokemon.
Wounded, nothing.
Yeah. Paralyzed, which is a good one.
Flip upside down.
Yeah, and it can't attack.
Turn around and it can't attack.
Or retreat. Which, if you're nearly dying, that Pokemon. Confused. Asleep.
Yeah, sleep.
Burn. That's another one.
Burn is a bad one. Gives you damage.
I mean, pretty much that's the basic rules of how to play Pokemon, isn't it? For someone that might...
It's a pretty simple game.
Okay, so next thing...
I just got a couple of cards and I'm like... I got a deck. I saw it in the shops one day and I'm like... That's really cool. I've seen some people with that. And it looks really good. So then I decided to start collecting it.
Yeah, and it was probably the first of these type of games we ever played, probably 3 or 4 years ago. That's the
first deck builder we played.
And you got pretty addicted to playing it all the time. We used to take it when we'd go to family dues or parties or whatever. We'd just sit there and play Pokemon together.
Also, don't we still take my 2 very good decks.
Away. Yeah.
The World Championship, which is Greninja and Articuno.
Mm.
We always take them with us.
I think they're in the camper.
Yeah, we always take them away with us.
So
Because I don't really feel like making all my other decks again.
no.
So we just take them with us. We have a great time playing with it.
If anyone out there listening hasn't played Pokemon as a game, I definitely would recommend giving it a go.
You can also
I
get
was
an app.
surprised when we first started playing it how much fun it was to play as a game, because you always hear everyone collects Pokemon for the characters maybe.
But also,
It's
if you've
so
got
much fun.
Pokemon, you can get the app and you can put all the Pokemon cards that you have on there.
On the app.
And you can build your own decks on there, which is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because it tells you how many cards you've got.
Since changing
Unlike when we
computers,
made
we
it.
haven't though.
Well, I'm gonna get it on here.
Now that
today,
we're talking
probably.
about this, you're going to get it on the computer, aren't you?
It's
you
so
can
much
play.
better on the computer when you can do it.
You like playing it on the computer more
Yeah.
probably now, don't
Because
you?
you can tell there what the opponent's weaknesses are going to be and stuff already.
And the computer app tends to do the actions for you.
No,
Like,
you
know,
just click on what
calculating.
you're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it calculates all of that for you.
So on the computer, you're probably playing 10 minutes? And they have like a daily thing where it was building up and all that.
Daily. And then you get like card packs for winning battles and stuff.
Yeah, they have.
You create decks, and that's about a half an hour thing you can do.
So highly recommend that.
It's a good app.
Yeah,
and a good
that was
game.
probably the first one. That and Ticket to Ride were the first two apps we actually played.
That was the first app we got and
Yeah.
then played.
Mm.
And you don't need Steam for it. You
No, I
just
can't
get the
remember
app.
how you get it. Yeah.
You just need a password for it.
Yeah, but I can't remember if you had to get it on through Steam though.
No, you don't need it.
Oh, okay.
Don't need Steam for it.
So anyway, highly recommend the app version of the game. Now, as a game, have you got anything else you want to talk about it? What you like? So we've talked about how you win by getting to the 6 prize cards or defeating the other team.
Oh, and by the way, when I said those element things before,
Mm-hmm.
so in water there could be like ice and water.
Mm-hmm.
So in each one, there's a couple of types that can use those.
Oh yeah, as you're building.
Yeah.
We have gone to the local big shopping centre and you've played in a little day tournament thing. I mean, it's nothing too formal. There's just
No, you just
12
gotta
people there. You
play.
you
Have a
you
great
pay
time.
$5 or something, and you just get to play through a few games of Pokemon against players that are really good.
And you have a great time.
You haven't done that for a while.
But you do get a lot better doing that.
Yeah, that's right. That was fun. And some of the decks that these people have would be worth hundreds of dollars.
Because they would have made them, and each pack's like $5. So
Now,
that's about 10 cards. So
counting the
that's-
damage, which way, after going to that little contest, we saw a lot of people counting their damage with dice, remember?
But we have the tokens in there for each of the conditions.
Yeah.
So I like using the tokens, and dice is so fun. Because you just like grab it, make 140 damage,
Yeah.
like a 1, a 4, and a 0.
Or just 14.
No.
You like
then,
to do
then
it,
it's
don't you?
14 damage. And then if it's like 200, a 2, a 0, and a 0.
Or 20 if you mean.
No. Yeah, because you want to take less damage.
But do you prefer using them, or do you prefer in the starter set you get these little tokens?
Or, no, in every deck you do. Just about every deck.
But the little 1 damage token, the 10 damage? Do you prefer to use them, or do you prefer to use dice now that you've done it that way?
I like the counters.
Okay.
Because they're a bit easier to get off and
Yeah.
deal with. Because, like, there's 100 tokens, 50 tokens, 10 tokens,
Also, when you're playing with younger people, if you knock the
Poison
dice
tokens.
over,
poison tokens,
yeah.
and the other token, burn token.
But if you knock the dice that's on the 7 and it tips over to the 5, you go, oh, what was it on? Whereas if you're playing on a hard table, that probably won't happen as much.
But with that one, it can't happen. They can just flip over and you can flip it back.
You know. So that's another thing to keep an eye out for if you're interested. Anything else you wanted to talk about it? Pokemon?
No, just it's a really good game in our rating.
How about the movie coming out?
Oh yeah,
Pikachu
Detective
Detective.
Pikachu.
We haven't seen it though.
Talking Pikachu.
Did you want to see that?
I don't really mind.
You don't really mind? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Rating. You give me your rating of this game.
I like you giving your rating.
No, I
first.
know. And Mum will say, "Oh, you always give games an 8."
Go.
Pokemon.
It's rated very low.
Now, for a family game, like a kid 2-player game that you can totally play with an adult and they can be as involved in it, probably get beaten by the children.
Yes, like
I would
always.
give it like a 9 for that. But for me, just in general, I'd probably rate it at a 7, let's say. 7 or an 8. But probably the next 2-player game then, that if you mastered that game, you'd probably then move on to the Keyforge game that's taking the world
Isn't there also Magic?
by storm. Yeah, or Magic, but that's so expensive. Like Pokemon, because that is a drawback of Pokemon.
Pokemon's like just about $50. You got to spend like $50 to play a game of Pokemon, pretty much.
Well, to get set up,
if you've got the starter deck,
well, the starter deck still costs $20 or $30.
Yeah, but then if you want to get 2 decks that you can play against the other person with, you can. And also the starter one, sometimes you actually have to do it by the instructions.
Yeah. So it is costly to get into, but then when you think of all the other games we buy, though, if you go and buy Azul, there's $40 or $50.
Yeah, but with Pokemon, you keep spending $50 per
To
time
keep up.
to get 2 decks at a time.
But you haven't bought any for a while.
No, I had heaps of decks.
Yeah, I know.
Except I accidentally destroyed them all.
But that's why we said don't buy any more, because you've probably got enough cards now to see you through. But you were spending your money on that instead of lots of other things, so that's never a bad thing.
Because that was a really fun game, and I think we've got enough money through that, and I could rebuild all my decks if I wanted to.
So that's the downside of that. Rating? What's your rating? I gave mine.
Also, if you destroy a deck that you've bought, it always keep the cardboard cover that it comes in, because on the back it says what was in there.
Ah, right.
So then you can rebuild it. That's what
You'd be able to Google it and find out.
No, but I've
as
also
well.
kept it.
Oh, you kept it.
So you can find out what they are called and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Volcano. I don't know what the... Like, you can search up which brand it came from, which series
Set
it was
came from.
Like
Steam
Siege.
Yeah.
I think there was an XY as well.
Because they tend to release a couple of those every year.
They release a lot of different
Yeah.
types. Like, you could have 2 Steam Siege, because that's how many there are in each area. Mm-hmm. And then you like miss out on that, so you can't get that for much long. You have to wait a long time.
Yeah, and then they
and then
release
you get
a new
the next
one.
one.
So that's how they
get the
keep
next
you spending
series,
money.
And you get the next series, and then the next series, and the next series, and the next series, and the next series, and the next series.
I remember when you were right into playing it, you
And
bought
next-
those card sleeves as well, so that
Yeah, I
you could
still got
protect
them.
them. I think that they're a good idea just to know that this is my 60
But
card
they're
deck.
really hard for me to shuffle
Yeah, they're
with.
huge though.
They're like the sleeves. Sleeves are like a phone cover. It makes it look like you're holding a phone.
Yeah, it doubles the size.
Double
Okay, quick, your
Rating
rating.
9.5.
You really like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Do you still give it a 9.5 though? Because
Yeah.
you haven't played it for a while.
I would still give it a 9.5.
Okay.
Just because I can't find my decks. Don't play it as much.
Yeah, I think they're from when we went away still in the camper.
I still got all my other cards, which I could rebuild the decks from if I still have all their things.
Okay, well, I think that's everything we need to speak about Pokemon.
Yep.
Okay, now we're at 24 minutes, so we're going to try and stick to this.
Yeah.
Quickly, so we talked about you loving reading Lord of the Rings, and you're really enjoying that.
I'm playing some Lord of the Rings stuff.
Now, you watched a review with me from Tom Vassell, the Dice Tower guy, on Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth. What do you think, from your perspective, that game looks like?
It looks like a you know how he said it's like a campaign game. It looks like it would be one.
Yeah, it
Because it's
is.
got all those map tiles and stuff.
Yep.
It also looks really fun. Except it doesn't have the Lord of the Rings characters. It has Bilbo, which is Hobbit.
Bilbo.
Yeah, he's Hobbit mainly.
Yeah.
Because it's the younger version of him.
Oh, you mean in the picture? Yeah.
And it's the Lord of the Rings.
And it has
Journeys
some
in
other
Middle-earth.
characters. Legolas.
Oh yeah, Legolas.
And
He's the one that gives him the news.
hold on, you better not give any spoilers. Like I accidentally
He
got
gave
you.
him. No, you sort of gave me an answer.
Oh right.
Not much of a spoiler, more of an answer.
Oh right, yeah, because you already knew. You figured it out.
I figured. I thought it was that person. And
anyway,
it was.
on that topic.
And you spoiled it by watching a video. Well, gave me an answer.
What do you think about the game? Do you think it's something that you would be interested in playing? Now, it's a fair expense. It's in Australian dollars. It's 130, say.
Yeah, it's basically like you said with Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. I said yeah. I was saying yeah with this one.
Okay, so how would you go about getting it though? Like, would you? Is that a game you go? Oh, I would love to get that for Christmas or something, or would you save up and buy it, or would you go? Oh, I'll just play it if you were to buy it. Because I know that you're addicted to Lord of the Rings.
I would get it for my birthday or Christmas.
Mm.
I wouldn't pay for it myself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right, okay. Well, it might be a bit cheaper come Christmas, in another 6 months, because it's only brand new.
Mm.
So it's a game where they have a lot of minis.
Minifig.
A lot of the miniatures, yeah.
And you got to get the app.
And you get an app, but it's free.
You get the app on your phone, because I won't be able to get it on my tablet because it's full.
It teaches you how to play the game, set up the game, and then it reads out the story as you're going along, because it's like a choose your own adventure.
But we'd have to have it on something that we could take, because if we were taking it on a holiday, we'd have to take some. The app would have to be on something that we could take with us.
Yeah, or you could just not play it for a little while.
No. But if you were to take it somewhere, you would have to have it on a device which you can take somewhere.
That's true.
Because you might not always have your phone on you, or if I'm home and you're not here, but Mummy and Mika are, and you got it on your phone, and you took your phone, I wouldn't be able to play it. And then if I can't get it on my tablet, so that's the one thing that you'd have to.
And hopefully they support the app on the features, so that it can be played for. Because you'd hate to buy the game and it can't play it without the app.
Yeah,
but then in 10 years' time or 15 years' time, you can't play the game anymore because it's actually not possible. So hopefully they support it.
Happen?
Well, because the app probably wouldn't work on your phone by then unless they support it by keep updating.
But
so I
the
guess
game
that
wouldn't be
depends on the
updating that
success.
much. The games don't update it once you bought it.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see if they support it or not, won't we? But
if
that's
you
a
don't
tough
support
one.
it will just drop out, and then you can't play the game, and then that will come off the market.
But we do have... I see that as a mix between Gloomhaven, which we enjoy. Hard to get playing all the time. And like Seventh Continent in a sense of exploring.
It would be
and you're drawing cards to see.
And then a game that you need the app for, what would that be?
Mansions of Madness, which we don't have, which is Cthulhu.
So it's basically a mix between them because you need an app.
And what else can I say? Yeah, I guess we'll just wait and see. It's been selling out because they produced it, sold out, and then they'll be printing more. You'll be able to get it soon again, I imagine. And that's Lord of the Rings.
Journeys in Middle-earth.
Sounds good, hey?
The Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth. Not The Hobbit, Journeys in Middle-earth.
To finish off, I know I've said it before, it is really close to us getting the Seventh Continent. Now, the little question here, we could sell that. So say we've bought that game for $200, right? I reckon we'd be able to sell it. I've seen it for sale on eBay for $600 or $700. And the guy had 3, now he's got none or 1 or whatever. Would you rather sell it or would you rather keep it and play it?
Play.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a 1,000-hour game.
Yeah, I know. So will we ever get 1,000 hours to play the game?
You can just pack it up. It's not, you know how we said on the review with Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth, you don't need to take a photo of it to remember where you're up to. If you pause through the middle, the app just remembers it. If you save it.
And the other game, Dead Throne, it's coming. I'll be excited to get that. That looks great with the artwork.
Just take a photo of it and take it off from that with Seventh continent.
Yeah, well, that one's one I think that we might be able to play as a family, so that's why I kick-started it a year ago.
A lot of family games. I like family games that we can do together.
All right, well, I think I've got a Gloomhaven session this afternoon, so
Okay.
got to go to work first.
Yep.
Right
now.
All right, I think that's about it. Do you want to do the...
Hosting for this episode is provided by Gameology, Australia's largest gaming warehouse.
Thank you.
Email in at us at boardgamebasicspodcast@outlook.com and our Twitter at boardgamebasic1.
That's it. We had a picture on there the other day. I put a Flamme Rouge and got like 20 likes or something, 28 likes or something, more than, I can't remember.
Hey,
more
that
than
new
I've had on
expansion
any
is
before.
so fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. We did play the expansion of
Yesterday.
the Cobblestones, which was
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
And I think I shifted out Camel up on our list of
Games.
10 fun family games for the Gameology article and put in Flamme Rouge. So there you go.
Understandable.
Yeah. Okay, yep. So thanks to Gameology and
So that's bye from me.
bye from me.
Forgot to say thanks for listening. So,
Oh, yeah.
thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We're at 32 minutes, so we nearly did it. Okay, do you want to give us our jokes?
Which Pokemon should you bring to a barbecue?
Pokemon to a barbecue? No idea.
Charizard. That's a type of Pokemon and it's a fire one.
Yeah, I should have got
What
that one.
Pokemon can tell you the future?
Nah, that one I can't tell.
Peek ahead. There's like 100 different types of Pikachu, so that could be one of them. Peek ahead.